I know I haven't been here a long time, so just trying to say hello and pop in for a bit. Hope everyone is doing well. Let me just pick the right green screen. There you go. Okay, Pinaya, this is Take 5 NYC going live from New York City. And I'm just going to play some of the people that I had met recently. Hold on, I just make sure. No vid. Yep. And let's see who comes in. Hold on. Hello, hello. Whoever's there, say hello. This is Take 5 NYC. Live streaming from New York. I haven't been here in a bit, so just trying to see who's going to come in. Maybe I'm just going to be here for a few, what do you call this? A few minutes. Not really looking to live stream for an extended fashion. So we'll see. Switch account. Hello, hello, whoever's popping in. Thank you. If you can just give me a shout out so I know who's here, that would be great. Hold on a second. Ayan. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't fall. Hold on. Yes. View my channel. So I haven't been live streaming under Take 5 NYC for a bit, and I just thought I'd do it for a couple of minutes to see who would come in, if anybody would come in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that you are here checking us out. And I am just trying to go to the channel so I can be ready if anybody does come in, and I can pop in and see who is here. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. This is Take 5 NYC live streaming from New York. Welcoming you. I haven't been here in a bit, like I said, so I'm just trying to see who's going to pop in. Behind me is the Frozen Fountain in Bryant Park here in New York City. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm not really planning to stay too long, but I'm here to say hello. I'm here to find out who else is going to come in. Again, it's Take 5 NYC. We are here in New York City. And, oh, oops, let me just fix this. I'm sorry. I meant to put it on top of something else, but I think this works best. There you go. How is everybody doing? Hi, Michael, that boy. Tanay Francis. Tanay Francis, are you from the Philippines? Because Tanay is in the Philippines. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on, skip. I really want to skip the ads because I just want to see who is live, who's here. Michael, that boy, hi. Tanay Francis, hi. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. This is Take 5 NYC. This is the second channel of Pinay New Yorker. So I was just there live streaming for 2 hours, and I said, well, let's wait and see who else is going to go in. Tanay Francis, kababayan, I actually do the Tagalog live streaming on another channel. So, yes, I try to see who else is from the Philippines among those who go in. And if you have a channel, we're going to give you the blue. If not, you're always welcome. Ace Fla! Congratulations, Ace Fla! We'll try to give you that. So you're 6 subs away from 6,400. Tanay Francis, I don't understand your avatar, but anyway, thank you. So Ace Flower, we're going to help. Kaydin Cos, am I saying that right? Kaydin Cossings. Thank you so much for being here. Where are you chatting from? Michael, where are you chatting from? I just try to get a sense of where everybody is. I'm in New York. You all know that. It says Take 5 NYC, right? And I just try to have a conversation here whenever I can. I haven't been in on this channel for a bit. Re S1U. Hi. Ace Fla, I could use some bananas too. I'm gonna do that after the live stream, Ace Fla. Not to worry. Dylan, 19 Able, Miami. Let's welcome Miami into the house. I don't think I have a working phone where I can jump to from. But don't worry, Ace Fla. We're gonna give that to you. And you'll know it's me when I say from New York, right? So thank you so much for being here. Um, Oh, RV, that's so sweet. I will be subscribing. Thank you so much. And Ace Fla. Ace, are you connected to the other channel, Pinay New Yorker? I don't see you there, but I sometimes see you with MBTV USA when she live streams. So we're live streaming from New York. I am not there. That is a green screen of the frozen fountain in Bryant Park. I am in New York and I am a New Yorker. So take five came from the phrase of when you say let's take 5 minutes and let's take a break. So that's the reason why we are called Take 5 NYC. We're taking a break in New York City. So if you look at my channel, the videos are usually like 5 minutes long, and they're very short snippets of what life in New York is. So I'm showing you my New York. If you're curious to know what country, oh, there's the question. I'm from the Philippines. So I've been in New York though for the last 25 years. Thank you so much. Kaden, where are you chatting from? Did you say, were you the one who said Miami? Nope. Um, Kaden didn't say where she's from. Dylan is the one who said Miami. So thank you so much. I hope that you stay with me, and it would be nice to sort of like have a conversation. So that's the point of the live stream, really. I don't have any giveaways. I don't do games, and I do not sing. Kaden, I'm from Hawaii. Aloha. Welcome to the live stream again. You're a few hours behind me. It's already 10:28 here in New York City, so it's a little late. Marcos Orozco. I don't know what that means, Marcos. Marcus. Kaden, yes, I'm Hawaiian. Are we? I'm from Wisconsin. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to compete with the cold over there, are we? Because you are always colder than New York City, and we are below freezing right now. So that's a problem. But hey, what can we do, right? It's actually winter, and nothing we can do about it. So I'm just glad that there's not much snowfall heading our way, because we still have the ice from 10 days ago. Are we? It is freezing, right? Ace Fla, I'm from North Carolina. Yes. So we have, oh, I see. Ace, you're only one, right? Because it says 6.39. Hold on. So let me just play a shorter vid so I can come in with the next one. Okay, so I try to connect whenever I subscribe. I try to connect by watching, so you don't lose the subscription. So I will watch the video, I'll comment, and then I will hit subscribe. So for those of you who want to help our friend Ace Flaw, who is from North Carolina, he's just a few subs away from 6,000, and we're trying to help him get there. So please feel free to go to his channel, and you can help him with the sub from there. So again, thank you so much to those who are here. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. Okay, so this one would have hit you. Okay, let me just write the comment. Oh, but you don't know me as Pinay, right? So I'm going to write from Take 5 NYC, and then I'll put 1. There you go. So always important, if you want to sub and you want to really make the subscription attached to the house you're subbing to, it's very important that you watch a video and you leave a comment, and then that's the time that you give your subscription. Momski Family Vlog, good evening. Welcome, Momski. I'm just going to stay here for a few minutes, not really staying for long. NB Games is also from Wisconsin. How cold is it there right now? I'm not going to compete because no matter how cold we get in New York, it's never as cold as Wisconsin. Jameson says, what's the weather over there? We still have a lot of ice, so it's very cold. We're below freezing right now, and we're in for another Arctic blast come the weekend. Fortunately, no snow, but there's still a lot of ice on the streets, even in the city where it's usually gone 10 days after the snowstorm, and we're still like piles and piles of ice. Terry Hudson, hi from Jamaica. Welcome, Terry. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. And if you can give us a subscription, that would be great too. We're trying to grow this channel. I usually live stream, my main channel is Pinay, New Yorker. But I do a different kind of content over there. I'm a Filipina who's live streaming from New York City. I've been here the last 25 years. So, yes, I'm an American citizen. Before the question is asked again, Momski, okay, hang out with you until 5 p.m. Mona knows. I might end before that, Mother. Angel Waste says hello. And Terry Hudson says hello to Jameson says hi. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up by double tapping your screen. And that would be something most appreciated by the host. So I hope everyone is doing better with all the cold that's been hitting everybody. Momski says, okay then, lalabs. Thank you so much, Momski Family Vlog. Momski is a friend of mine who's in Hong Kong. So thank you so much again for joining the conversation, no matter how short it is. I just really wanted to see who's here. Jameson, don't worry, you already did. We love you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Jameson. I hope that you subscribed as well. Like I said, this is a very young channel. It just got monetized last November. I used to call it Shorts Etc., but people were having such a hard time pronouncing it. So I said, let me change it to Take 5 NYC. So it's the same concept, short snippets of New York. And I just try to show you what my New York is. Some people don't like New York and hate it. Can't blame them. But I like New York because here I am just one of many races and many nationalities. My accent is one of many different accents, so I blend in. It's the melting pot, as they call it. And I'm just one of many, like I said. And there is more tolerance and acceptance here. I have been successful here the last 25 years. I have been on YouTube the last 3.5. So thank you again to everyone who's stopping by and having a conversation with me. Depending on how this goes, I might do it regularly again. I tried for a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago, but life did get busy. So I do have a day job. YouTube does not pay me enough. But we'll see, right? So sometimes I do a live stream with nobody here. Ooh, Jameson, do you like Trump? That's a very polarizing question. So the problem is, no matter how I answer it, it will displease somebody. So I try to stay away from polarizing topics like that. So anything personal to me, I will answer. But if it will tend to uh, make people take sides, that's going to be a problem. Too cold in New York for me, says Dylan. Oh, yes. If you're from Miami, definitely. This is not the weather that you would want to be spending time in, right? Excuse me. But we make do. So like I said, the good news is there hasn't been any more snow after the last snowstorm. And the bad news is the ice is still here. So there's a ton of, and the snow has turned to ice. Jameson, no need to apologize. It's just that I'm apologizing. I can't answer your question. I do have an answer, but if I say I like him, those who are anti-Trump will pounce on me. If I say I don't like him, those who like him will pounce on me. So, not a political commentator. I think that's another live stream. So we're just trying to have fun, but no need to apologize. We're just here to have a chill conversation, right? So, it's the same way when people ask me about, let's say, the current situation, especially since I'm obviously an immigrant, right? And I have my feelings about that because I'm legal. So I came here, I've been paying my taxes for the last 25 years. I paid to get processed as a citizen, so it was not handed to me on a silver platter. So there has been history between me and this country that I now love and I'm a citizen of. So, but I have been on YouTube for the last 3.5 years only, although I've been a watcher for the last 18 years until somebody convinced me that, I'm always creating material for Instagram. So she said, you should start doing videos. And I did. So I started off with my other channel, which is Pinay New Yorker. And that actually stands for Pinay, which is slang for Filipina. And of course, New Yorker, obviously, because all my content is really about New York City, or most, I'd say 95% of my content is about New York City. And it's been a fun ride so far. So I started this channel really to throw the shorts here. But then again, to get it monetized, I still had to create the videos, right? And I only got monetized on this channel after 5 months last November. So I've been trying to figure out whether I'm going to do the same live streaming length I do. Jameson says, never been to New York City. What is it like over there? So we have a lot of tourists, both from within the United States and outside. There's always a lot of people. So if you get intimidated by crowds, it's not the place for you. But there's always a lot to discover. I call myself the perpetual tourist in New York City. There's always something new to see, and it's always it to me it's a very fascinating place because there's something happening all the time, and it's like I said, I've lived here 25 years and I like it here. So Mark 17:56. I don't know if you're referring to that, Ice. Momski family vlog is listening. Hangout Lalab, start my day. Thank you so much, Momski. Thank you for coming in, Mark 17:56. You gave me the view. So again, I don't know what you're referring to, if it's that Ice or the other Ice. I do have an American passport. I am an American citizen. So again, I said that already. I knew the question would come up, right? So anyway, and then some people would say, sometimes I'm talking here and somebody would actually come in and say, go back to your country. I said, this is my country. I've probably paid more taxes than you have. I've probably helped this country more than you have, because I'm not trying to sow hate, right? So there's enough misery in the world for us to add to it by sowing negative thoughts and negative energy and spreading negative energy out there. So, New York is fun, but depending on the season you visit, summer it tends to be very hot. It's a walking city, so if you're ever going to visit New York, you have to take that into consideration. You have to think, are you okay walking in winter? Or would you prefer to walk in the spring? Or do you want to be here in the fall? Are you running after a certain event? For example, the marathon, the very famous marathon, New York City Marathon, happens sometime in the fall. Of course, at Christmas time, there's all the tree lightings and the Christmas markets. In the spring, we have the big auto show, which is held in Javits Center. Jameson, are you a Christian? Yes, I am. That one I can answer. I wear my religion on my sleeve. I'm a Roman Catholic Christian. And sometimes people do come in and say, Jesus loves you. Tell me that and I'll answer it. I always say, yes, I know, and he loves you too. So sometimes I think that stumps the people who go around doing that, because they're usually not used to that kind of reception. And I say, thank you for blessing my day by coming in, and I give you the same. So, yes, I am a Christian. That one I will answer freely. Are you, Jameson? No judgment, though. I have friends from different religious persuasions. I respect it. I agree, Jameson. That's why I say, I hope that people will keep that in mind and try to just be a little kinder with that thought, right? I think that's a very big start. If everybody could think of being kind every day in some small way. I mean, you don't have to like feed everybody. Maybe you can try to cheer somebody up by just smiling at them and greeting them good morning. That's an act of kindness, right? Jameson says, yes, I found God about 2 years ago. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I just feel sad, though, that it seems that nowadays a lot of the younger people seem to not believe, which I find sad. I mean, I respect everybody who believes in some form of higher power or higher being. Of course, not everybody worships the same way we do. And even between you and myself, I'm sure there's a difference in the way we worship. But believing in a higher power, I think, is something very important, especially when life gets a little tougher. Don't you agree? Whoops. Okay, my blue screen actually activated. So, Jameson, I'm totally with you. And sometimes, that kind of conversation is not acceptable in certain live streams. Here, I'm very open to that. So, like that one, I can answer without batting an eyelash. And in fact, if you came in and said, Jesus loves you, my answer would have been very automatic. So, sometimes you just have to sort of gauge uh, which way the host of a live stream is leaning towards. So here in Take Five, I just really want to take a break. I'm about to end my day, and I just wanted to see how many people would come in if I sat here for maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I haven't really been here long, so usually I would stay longer if I were silently live streaming. So sometimes you won't find me here. You'll just see if maybe this photo and then people are just saying hello, subbing and all that. But the point is really to have a conversation. And my experience has been not everybody is as receptive or as open-minded or as pleasant as you guys. So sometimes people will come in, like the person who mentioned ice. David Gonzalez, what part of New York and how close are you to Mandani district, and does it affect where you live? I am in New York City, so yes, it affects where I live because he's now the mayor. I voted in the last elections. Unfortunately, I do not wish to disclose who I voted for. Whether fortunately or unfortunately, he is now the mayor of New York City. And we'll just have to wait until the next election and just see what happens in the next couple of years. Um, Same answer to the do I like Trump? So again, that kind of a question, if I say if it affects how it affects where I live, uh those who like him will be okay, but those who don't like him will pounce at me if I say, it's a very polarizing question. But right now, as a New Yorker, if you ask me, have I felt his presence, or have I felt positively or negatively about him being mayor? And this can be both good and bad. I haven't really felt anything. So personally, I haven't felt any good. I haven't felt any bad. So I am not in a position to respond to that question yet. Let's see what happens. How about you, David Gonzalez? Are you in New York City? Zalda, how about that? Zada, how about that? Depends on what the that is about. See, I just want to have a chill conversation. So if I wanted something very controversial, I'd put a question up there that would like either rile people up or rally them to support what I'm saying, right? That's not the point of the chat. Oh, you're in Western Colorado. So why are you asking about New York? I am in New York City. So yes, he's the mayor who covers my part of New York. So New York City is composed of the five boroughs, as people know. I'm in one of the five boroughs and I work in another. So yes, he's very present, and he was one of the choices in the last mayoralty elections where I voted. And it was the first time I voted. So I've been in New York City for the last 25 years, but I became a citizen a couple of years ago. But that I was always away, or I would be, something always prevented me from voting, but finally I did. Whether fortunate or unfortunate, again. So I guess, let's see. So I don't want to say either way. David Gonzalez says, I watch what's going on in our country and like your commentary. I see. I respect whatever it is that you might be thinking. That's why I ask where people are chatting from, because sometimes you have to understand how people think in certain parts of the country or what's happening in certain parts of the country. So, for example, whatever is happening in the other parts where there's a lot of action going on and negativity, I don't feel like I'm in a position to really give my opinion about those things. But anything pertaining to me, I can give an opinion about, except those where I think people will feel very strongly about, like the question of whether or not I like Trump. But I appreciate you asking, David Gonzalez. That was a very pointed question, but it wasn't offensive. So thank you. Jameson, what do you do for a job? I work for a Fortune 500 company. I'm an office worker. I am in Manhattan every day of the week from Monday to Friday. It is a recognized name. So I cannot give my real name nor the company I work for, only that I am in the corporate world. So this is sort of like a hobby of sorts for me. It's a channel for self-expression, and I want to make it a safe space for people to, be able to talk and be able to ask questions, but not necessarily get answers always, because like I said, there are answers that will make a certain portion angry and make a certain portion happy. I'm not ready to go there. What did you retract, Jameson? You asked me what my job was. So yeah, I work in an office. So David, Colorado, you said, huh? I have never been. So that's one place I want to visit sometime. The last places I visited further from New York, which were in the United States, I went to Utah with my son. We visited Zion National Park. Then we headed to Arizona for the Antelope Canyons. We made a side trip to Las Vegas. Then we also saw the Bryce Canyons. So that was my first time to do national parks. And we have a wonderful country, a very beautiful country. And I hope that people would explore more of that and appreciate the many different types of Americans who live around. But, at the end of the day, we're all Americans, right? Jimmy, yes, I'm a truck driver, Jameson. That's something that one of my friends is very interested in, because he seems to like the he seems to like the peace of being able to go for long stretches, being alone, and yet getting somewhere. So I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't drive. I do know how to drive if I had to save your life, but probably not in your rig. I went to driving school back when I was 18, but the problem is I scare easily. So I told my dad he was going to get me a car. I said, so the problem is I need my own highway, because if you cut me on the right, I'm going to swerve to the left." you know. So I finally said I'm not going to drive. But yeah, that's a very interesting line of work. And I think in the first place, I admire people who can actually maneuver such huge vehicles. And where are you now, Jameson? So anyway, we're just here to talk. Again, I'm glad though that people are very open about where they are at. There was one time in my other channel, and they were coming. There was well, I don't know that he was American, because I think we were having a difficult time talking, but he was also in New York. So I was asking which part of New York, and I said, I'm in Queens. And he was afraid to say where, and he felt like he was giving too much information. So I said, first of all, you're not using your real name, and yet you are seeing me. So I am putting myself at risk by being seen, because if you ever see me, I'm the one who's on YouTube, right? So, but I always, like I said, I appreciated that people share where they are, and it helps me frame the conversation better. Jameson says, I'm going to Chicago. You're not driving right now, are you? I hope not. Be careful. Although I know that sometimes you can have the laptop on the side, right? And you can view it from there. But then how are you typing? I'm teasing. But I'm glad. I thank everybody who's here right now. Thank you for joining me, no matter how short a conversation this may be. Like I said, I'm just trying to see who's going to come in. Usually at this hour, I'm tired. Surfboard. Hey, that's the fountain in Bryant Park in Manhattan. Oh, 100 points for that. Yes. It's actually my favorite park in all of New York City. I love it more than I love Central Park. Central Park is a little too big for me. I do have my favorite fountain there too, the Bethesda fountain over at the Bethesda Terrace, but it takes so much effort to go in and find it. You really have to walk into the park. This one, I've known. This was one of the places I used to hang out in when I first arrived in New York 25 years ago. Uh, are you in New York, Surfboard? That's a weird name though for a New Yorker. I would think you're from California if you're Surfboard 396, right? Jameson says, "Yeah, I have a laptop with a voice speaker. Technology, right?" So that's one thing that's really amazing these days. In fact, you also have automatic chat translation. You can turn it on. I usually turn it off because sometimes people from the Philippines would come in and then YouTube does not really get the contextual translation, right? So it sounds a little weird when YouTube starts translating people who come in and who are not speaking English. So yeah, I'm going to try to be here more often, maybe 30 minutes at a time, an hour. On the weekends, I usually am here on Saturdays because I don't do the other channel on Saturday. Too many Filipinos online and there's not enough people to compete for. But over here, like I said, it's a different audience. It's a different type of conversation, and I do straight English in the other channel because it's sort of where being Filipina and being a New Yorker melds into one character. I actually translate, and more often than not, I am speaking in the local language. What am I looking for on my phone? So anyway, thank you so much for joining. Unfortunately, it's pretty late. I will try to come back and I hope to see you again. If ever, if you subscribed, you will get notified when I'm on again. And hopefully, you all get to have a blissful evening. I know everybody here is currently from the United States except Mother Earth. Mother Earth, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I just wanted to see and sort of feel out the crowd. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really appreciate you. Oh, wait. Surfboard says, have you been to Green Acre Park, 51st Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue? I'm from Brooklyn. I live in Cocoa Beach, Florida. I think I have heard about that, but I have never been. So is this the one with the fountain? It's the one with the wall, the fountain, fountain with a wall of water. I think I've heard about that. I haven't gone though. So one of these days when it's not winter anymore, the ice is everywhere. I mean, this is probably I didn't see it today. I should have looked, but I didn't see it today. David Gonzalez, bye. Talk again soon. Thank you so much to everyone again, and I hope that you will subscribe Surfboard. I also live stream under my other channel is Pinay New Yorker. So, oops. Let me just type that up so that you can see and you'll see more content there about New York City. Hold on a sec. So this is the other channel. There you go. Thank you so much again, folks. Time for me to say goodnight. And I will see you again, hopefully soon.